What up, what up, what up? Thank you for tuning in. For those who subscribe, thank you. For those who haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the like button. Feel free to drop a comment in the comment section. All right, today I want to talk about the legalization of marijuana. The legalization of marijuana. It's been a big push for weed to be legal in the United States. And actually, a lot of states has already passed it, the legalization. But I feel certain things hasn't been took into consideration purposely, such as the problem with K2, flocka, spice, bath salts, whatever you want to call it, synthetic weed. I feel like those things have not been taken into consideration before you legalize the use of marijuana. Understand, I'm from an era where all we did was smoke. You know what I mean? We used to smoke a whole lot of weed when it was illegal. But we also knew what we were smoking, you know. We also knew who we was getting the weed from. Nowadays, you got people going inside gas stations, buying fake weed, selling it off as real weed. People are losing their mind. They're getting stuck and staying there. Tell me what kind of future we're going to have with the kids smoking what they're smoking today. Tell me, what do we have to look forward to besides deaths from the legalization of marijuana? Legalizing marijuana is only going to give certain kids and certain people in general an excuse to do drugs. You know, when you was younger, you did young things, but when you got older, when you get older, it's repercussions to things you do. You know what I'm saying? It should be a responsibility placed on the fact that you're even, doing drugs. You should do it responsibly, But with these children right now, what they're smoking, they're smoking spice, K2. Not because it's the cool thing, but because it's cheap. It looks like weed. People selling it off as weed, getting it off as weed, and this is what happened. It affects everybody different. You got some people that's really dying over this thing, you have people that get stuck and lose their mind, I believe before you start legalizing marijuana, we should also talk about or open up a discussion of all the fake weed. How about the fentanyl laced weed? Who's going to talk about what's going on with this fentanyl? Did you know that over 80% of the fentanyl in the United States comes from China? From China. They've been sending fentanyl to the United States for years. It's an act of war. But the media won't say that. They won't say we at war with China, but meanwhile our kids, people that we love, are dying. Dying. Smoking things that they think is weed. Laced with fentanyl. Laced with fentanyl. Killing us. It's not the same weed we smoked back in the 90s. It's not. It's not. Someone has to open a legislation or the discussion to talk about all the fake weed that's circulating. Until something is done or actions is taken to at least try to eliminate this K2 problem, this spice problem, this bath salt problem, this fake weed that's having people bleed from their ears and their nose. This fake weed that have people taking drug tests, testing positive for methamphetamines. Before they start trying to legalize weed across the board, we must do something to combat the problem with the fake weed. Yeah, I'm not a weed advocate. I'm not against the weed and I'm not for the weed. But I am against these kids, preferably if it happens to one of my kids, smoking something that they thought was weed and thinking it was okay because it's now legal. We have to do more to raise awareness of these synthetic drugs. Question: how much weed you think could be grown by the government for it to be legal? Do you think all of that is going to be real weed anyway? Right now, they're working on a straight synthetic strand to give you the same effects as regular marijuana. But you can't put the word synthetic and regular in the same classification nor sentence. Synthetic is just what it is, synthetic. That means it's man-made. Things happen from man-made things. It's always a problem when it's man-made. Right now, the death toll from fentanyl is at an alarming rate, growing every day. We must start a discussion and awareness, try to combat the whole issue of fentanyl, spice, these laced things before we just say, okay, now weed is legal everywhere. Smoke. That's what they need. Zombies. Did you also know that by you being a legal weed smoker, when you get that identification or that classification of you're able to smoke legally, like going to pick these things up, you're not going to be able to get firearms. Did you know that? In certain states, you won't even be able to get a firearm because you're now a registered drug addict. Think about the things that we ask for. Before you start running around trying to advocate for the legalization of marijuana, think about all the cons as well as the pros. And I don't see any pros. The only pro I've seen from legalizing marijuana is that maybe a lot of people that don't deserve to be in jail as long as some other people comes out. I'm totally against that. I don't think you should get 5 years over a bag of weed. But I believe if you get caught with that synthetic weed, you need to get 25 years to life. Thank you for tuning in to Kyam Thoughts. Please drop a comment, hit the like button. I'll see you next time.